You are listening to Season 2 of The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, the short and often daily podcast in which I chronicle my life and attempt to be a writer by writing daily. Sometimes. Hello, today is Sunday the 31st of August 2025 and you are listening to the Diary of a Wannabe Writer. And after yesterday's abject failure to do anything at all, I very much expected to be coming in and saying, oh, I didn't hit my target for this month, unfortunately, sorry, whoops. However, when I woke up this morning, the fact that I was going to miss the first word count target I'd ever set myself in a single month, the fact that I was going to miss that kind of irritated me. And I thought, no, bloody hell no, Richard, you are going to do this. So I decided to do a live stream. Now, my initial thought was maybe to do a couple of live streams. And the other thing I did, which I've never done before, was a writing sprint. Now, a writing sprint is something that writers use online or offline to effectively say, right, for the next 25 minutes, you're going to do nothing but writing. And I successfully did one at the writing group meeting the other day, and it worked. I mean, I was editing at that point, so it wasn't writing new words. So I came online as I record this, so I'm live streaming and recording this podcast as well. I came online 4 hours and 47 minutes ago, probably maybe 10-15 minutes of just me blabbing at the beginning of it, and then I started my first 25-minute writing sprint. And I got about 650 words written in that. So I had a little natter and then did a second one, came to about 1,300 words. So it seems I'm managing about 650 to 700 words on each sprint. And I think I did a third one, then went up to have a shower and refresh myself because I basically got up early in the morning in my dressing gown and started the stream on that. And long story short, over the course of the live stream that I've done this morning, not only have I written the approximately 3,000 words that made up the chapter that I needed to write today, not only did I manage to get those written in, I think it was 4 writing sprints in the end, because the last one, because I was so close to the end, I just basically carried on until I finished it. So not only did I get in fact I've got the number in front of me, 2,809 words written. I then had I then read through it live on the live stream from the screen a couple of times, had another little comfort break, printed it out, and I've just signed off the chapter. Now, it's not a long chapter. It is one of the shorter chapters I've ever written. Certainly the shortest chapter in this book so far, but I always knew it was going to be. I've always said it's a short chapter. But today, I have managed to write and edit and sign off from scratch Chapter 7. It's called The Self-Portrait. It's set on Monday, the 18th of March, 1918, and it literally is a follow-up to the prologue, which shows a little guy called Sammy Ashton telling this prisoner that he is going to either have to paint a portrait of himself or die. And this is the follow-up to that. It's whether he painted the portrait or not. And I'm not going to say it too much. For people familiar with the story, they probably have a fairly good idea who this unidentified prisoner is. And during the chapter that I've just written, I do reveal who it is. So, whether you're right or wrong, although chances are that if you know the story, you'll be right, I do reveal who the prisoner is. I'm not going to say on here because I don't want to say too much. But there's a couple of little moments of dialogue in there I'm so pleased with. One of them is the revelation of who he is, so I'm not going to say that. Another is a little bit, I'm going to say the prisoner instead of the character's name because by then we've revealed. Don't do anything like that again, snapped Sammy through clenched teeth. It may not feel like it at the moment, but I am trying to help you, you ungrateful swine. Where did I say your wife was now? The prisoner sobbed and said nothing. I asked you where I said your wife was at this moment, soldier. Alfie opened his eyes and screamed back. Nowhere! You said she was nowhere! And what did I say would happen to you when you completed your picture? The prisoner looked at him in confusion. You said nothing would happen to me, he said eventually. Exactly, said Sammy. And nowhere is quite a good venue for nothing, wouldn't you say? I love that. I don't know where that came from, but I'm really, really pleased with that little exchange. So yes, the chapter is signed off, which means, because I set myself a word count of 20,000 words to write this month. Before today, I thought I was going to finish on 18,056, which was almost 2,000 words short. But because I've written another 2,809 words today, I've done it. My word count for August 2025 signed off, so it has to be a chapter that not I've only written, but I've edited using my Write Edit model. But the total I have written this month is 20,865. So I've gone over by 865. I'm looking at me talking on the live stream of this, and I look exceedingly animated. I look ridiculous. So that's brilliant. I have exceeded my word count target. Now, like I've said, next month or September, I'm not working for the first 14 days. So my intention is to up the target to 25,000 words. And I'm not working at all in October. So I'm thinking of setting myself a target of 30,000 words in October. But we shall see. It'll depend on whether I do the 25,000 for September. But I've done the 20,000 for August. I haven't hit all my targets this month. I'll talk about that tomorrow because I'm running out of time for my 6 minutes now. But the big one, the big thing that I wasn't sure whether I would manage to do and was so sure even yesterday that I wouldn't, is done. Go me. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll be back at the same time tomorrow. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye. You have been listening to the Diary of a Wannabe Writer. For more information about what I'm writing, go to linktr.ee/Richard Writes, capital R, capital W, where you can find details of my website and social media. I may see you there.